We're back, that's right. And here we are with the 1000 greatest vinyl records somewhere in the wall behind me. We've just got to go through them and review them all. They're all there, honestly. But today I've picked out 3 more stone cold classics, or should I say red hot classics? I don't know, you decide. And the first one up, I've picked a Red Hot Chili Peppers album. Now, Red Hot Chili Peppers, they were really big in the 90s and into the sort of 2000 onward period. But this is actually, strangely enough, the only album of theirs that I've ever bought on vinyl. And this is One Hot Minute by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And we've got this sort of, cartoony, almost like a crayony picture there, the front cover. And on the back, it's, like Toy Town, childy sort of pictures. And then we've got the full track listing. It's not a gatefold, but there are 2 discs. So we get a pretty good sound quality off this. And what I really like about this release is that we've got these little pictures that go with the track. So we've got things like aeroplane there. We've got a picture of the aeroplane. And they actually spell aeroplane correctly, even though they're an American group. We've got the band photo there, looking pretty happy. I mean, you'd be looking pretty happy if you knew you just recorded a stone cold classic like this album. But then on the other side, I have to draw attention to this picture. This picture makes me cry. This is the saddest picture I have ever seen. And it goes with the track My Friends. And it's a picture of a little girl around a little table. And there's 2 empty chairs there, but it's got a birthday cake on. And that is so sad for me. It's like, it's the birthday party that nobody came to. And it really cracks me up. Seriously, it does. That is the saddest picture that I've ever seen. On the other disc, we've got a repeat of the same kind of theme. Got the little pictures to go with some of the tracks. Got a little bit on the credit information. Again, another band photo. God, he's so happy. Is he on something other than the floor? One wonders. And, it's a nice little package, to be honest with you. I'm just going to look inside there. Do we have anything else? No, there's nothing else in this package. It dates back to 1995, so again, it's in that period where CD sales were eclipsing vinyl sales. But for whatever reason, I went out and I got this copy on vinyl. I don't know why I bought this particular one. I think it was a case of I found it, the price was right, and I was not disappointed. We've got tracks like Warped, Aeroplane, Deep Kick, Coffee Shop, love that track, Walkabout, Transcending, One Hot Minute, Tearjerker. This is a great album, well worth the money. If you can track down a copy on vinyl, this is probably one of the best Red Hot Chili Peppers albums that are out there. Now, the next album that I've picked, and this is a group called Counting Crows. Now, I've mentioned before, in fact, we've reviewed Ben Folds 5. This was a group that I got into about the same time because the same ex-girlfriend loved Counting Crows as well. So I've tracked down this album. It's the only one I actually found on vinyl. It's on the David Geffen record label, but you see, it's specially priced 2-record set, and it is actually gatefold, but it's still in the original cellophane sleeve, which I don't really want to take it out of, because quite apart from the fact that this sticky label that goes with the entire package is actually on the cellophane sleeve rather than on the album itself. And we've got this, it looks like a Christmas decoration, the kind that you get in the street with the star. And it's all, you can see it's bulbs. We've got this very green and red feel. I do quite like it. It's very indicative of albums that were coming out in the mid-1990s. But it's an interesting package. There's not a lot to the package. But on this, we have got some of the greatest tracks that I've ever heard from this group. Things like Goodnight Elizabeth, Catapult, Angels of the Silences, Children in Bloom, Miller's Angels. This is a great package. Now, I'm not entirely sure. Let's have a look. I'm going to have a quick peek in there. Basically, inside the gatefold, there's a load of pictures, and there's a little bit of a track listing and, guest artists, things like that. Now, we've got fully printed inner sleeves and black and white with a bit of red. band pictures and full lyrics, and again full lyrics on the other side. Inside the other half of the gatefold, again, there's nothing else in the package. We've got the second disc, again, tells you what's on that disc, a few more pictures and full lyrics. It's a great album, and it's one which has kind of gone under the radar a little bit. If you're in the know, you know about it. But in terms of mainstream, well, this album just seemed to come and go, and, you know, just... It's got a cult following, but it never really made it big in the mainstream. And to be honest, it really deserved to make it bigger than it did. Now, the final album that I've picked, we're sort of going way back on the rewind here. And this is based on a suggestion that one of my viewers left on a previous video. You know who you are. Excellent choice, sir. Excellent choice. Or ma'am, I can't remember. But Jimi Hendrix. Now, Jimi Hendrix is an artist that... For some reason, I've got a lot of almost like compilation albums, and it seems to be that in the 60s and the 70s it was a big thing to have, you know, like random compilations of an artist's tracks. They are original recorded tracks. They're not like Edward Knobhead and the Craptones play Jimi Hendrix. And again, there was a lot of rubbish like that, usually on the Music for Pleasure label. But we've got this Jimi Hendrix, it's called, and this is on the Polydor label. And it's kind of a greatest hit. And, well, I picked it out because the only two albums that I've got by Jimi Hendrix really fall into this category. But this album does not disappoint. We've got his cover of Johnny Be Good. And I was listening to that earlier on today, and I have to say, it's probably where the inspiration in the Back to the Future film came from for Marty playing Johnny Be Good. Because, well, Hendrix really does give it some in that. And you can just imagine him jumping off amplifiers and all sorts. We've got Voodoo Child, Slight Return. We've got All Along the Watchtower. And in all honesty, I got this in a junk shop for £1 purely for that track. It is just such the greatest track. And it's one of those tracks where a cover is better than an original. They're few and far between, but here is one. All Along the Watchtower, better than the Dylan version. Let's see what else we've got. Angel, Isabella, we've got House Burning Down, Love or Confusion, Easy Rider. It's a great package. Now, in keeping with these releases from, let's have a look at the date. Can we see? Well, it's interesting. It does date it because there's no barcode on, and it says other formats available. Music cassette, but 8-track. Well, this album was pressed in the era of the 8-track cartridge. Where are they now? There's not really anything on the inside. We've got a basic paper sleeve and the standard Polydor label. It's reasonable pressing, but it's all across one disc, so don't expect amazing sound quality, and some of it can sound a little bit muffled. Not desperately so, but it's not been mastered to the greatest standard. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed these 3 additions to the 1000 greatest vinyl records. This is me, Jenny Kirk, saying take very good care of yourself. Don't forget to like this video, share it too, and until next time, bye for now.